Definitely gonna miss this guy. Mr. Round, let me talk to Charlie for a minute.
I know what it's like to be a bright person in this town and then have all the doors closing on you.
I don't think you know who I am, man.
I don't think I do either, Charlie.
Boy might snap and jump off a bridge.
The audition was actually one of the more interesting parts of
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, I really started with you two guys. You guys were the core of the story. You know, so I was looking for this really particular energy between two actors, and you know, we just had no idea what to expect. You know, guys were just walking in off the street, and Paul came in, and I remember turning to the casting director after he had just read, and it was just spot on, exactly what we were looking for, and I was just like, wow. Let's try and pair him up with some Charlies and see what comes up. And in walks James, and James was clearly somebody who, when you take a look at him, you go, oh my God, this guy's just this impressive, like, just come out of Juilliard, trained to within an inch of his life. The guy could, you know, he could play Hamlet, he could dance, he could sing. I mean, there was nothing he couldn't do. And yet, when he got into a scene with Paul, there was this sort of chemistry that happened, and Paul seemed to also feel very comfortable kind of pushing him and provoking him, and James had a way of, and it was pretty instantly obvious to me that, you know, we had our guys, and it was a great thrill, because at that point I was like, I knew that we could get this movie made. You guys probably didn't have the same. You know, I'm sure your take on it was very
I'm hearing
different.
all this for the first time.
Yeah.
It's all new to me, what you're saying, because you're right, my impression of the whole thing was kind of new. I'll be completely honest, when I was first paired up with Paul in the audition room, I didn't like him. And I didn't like Paul. I didn't like the way he worked. He didn't stick to the script. And the sides were about 3 or 4 pages long, and he went off the script, and I was trying to stick to the script and respond to what I thought he was going to say, and he didn't, and then there's a line in it where I say, "Are you okay? Are you high, man? Are you high?"
Right.
And then I was so frustrated with him going off the script that I grabbed him literally by the head like this, and I pulled his eyelids, and I said, "Are you?" I thought I was gonna hurt him, and crush his little head. And I thought, you know, I'm not gonna get it because, you know, I completely went, you know,
I thought
frustrated.
the total opposite. When we walked out of there, I was like, that guy that grabbed my face, they should cast that guy. I sort of had instinctively intuited that the material wasn't the material. I just felt like, this is, like, the sides I got, I was like, this isn't.
Yeah.
I just, like, looked at the sides and looked at Brad, and I was like, that's not, he doesn't care about this. That's not what he's looking for. He wants something else. So when you say I went off the page in the audition, I mean, in your defense, I didn't just go off the page. I mean, I threw the page away.
Yeah.